So today I'm going to talk about living in channel. And when I'm talking about channeling today, I'm talking about living in the heart channel, right? Which I feel personally as an actual tube of light that radiates out from here and goes up, straight up. So if you would like to try this, right? If you feel your heart, and you expand your awareness, right? Or intuitively just expand your awareness and ask to feel the tube of light that goes from your heart up to your higher self. And it might be this wide, it might be this wide, it doesn't matter. Just trust your intuition and let yourself somatically feel the heart channel. Feel the channel going up and let your awareness go up the column of light as far up as it will go. And as I'm doing this, my physical vision has disappeared. I can't really see out of my eyes. I'm allowing my awareness to go up, up, up as far as it can possibly go. And realizing just how simple it is that we are multidimensional and these dimensions of ourselves are always present. It's simply our realization and choice to put our awareness on this dimension of ourselves in our heart channel, to send our awareness up as far as it will go. And you will feel a sense of connection. And you might feel undulating energy moving up, 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 up from your heart. You might feel a sense of radiation, right? Radiating outwards. But I want you to have this very simple tool, this very simple resource of opening to channel, of feeling the channel, sending your awareness up as far as it will go. And perhaps, right, as a very real way to self-source love and therefore to heal the mind, perhaps use your hands and intuitively ask your hands, right? Hands, feel your hands connected to the higher self, right? So I feel that connection that I sent my awareness up and found is coming in through my brain, out through my eyes, down into my heart and into my hands. So now that the hands, I feel them connected to my higher self, I'll say, hands, please go where I need the most love. And you may or may not feel an increased heat coming out of the palms of your hands, perhaps the fingertips, right? As I hold my awareness is in many places at once, as it is connected with that higher self energy up in the column of light. I have awareness in my hands and also on the column of light itself. And so I will ask my higher self to send loving energy, healing energy, down through the top of my head, down into my hands, and into my body. And when it feels complete, simply put your hands down. So we can live in channel. We can live in channel. And channel, living in channel, don't be afraid to live in channel. Parts of the mind are afraid to live in channel because of a fear that something will impact us, something will harm us if we embody our innocence, our love. And I can assure you that living in channel, where the rubber hits the road in real life, right? If I am presented with an opportunity to speak up for myself, to create a boundary, to make a decision, to be firm, I can do all of those things in channel. So living in channel, right, is being connected, having an awareness of my upper chakras, right? I speak a lot about how to handle what comes up in the survival chakras, but I also say that the real work in spirituality is the light work, and to the exact degree that you add light, you expose shadow. So it may very well be the case that when you open to channel, when you send your awareness up, when you start just asking to feel that unconditional love pouring into you, in through the top of your head, into your heart, and out through your hands, it may be revealed to you, right? Part of your ego that is not in alignment with that, that doesn't trust that, that is actively even resisting that. But in order to heal the mind, much of what many of the parts of our mind need to heal is a real experience of love. And so when I connect to my own channel, and to use visualization, if you don't somatically feel the tube of light, visualize it. Visualizing is so powerful to build the psychic energy of something, and trust what you see intuitively. Trust the color of the light. Trust the width of the tube. Trust how far your awareness wants to go up. Trust if you see any beings along the way. Trust all those things. And realize that you can direct yourself very easily if you send your awareness up here and you see maybe 3 angelic beings. Ask them, do you have something to teach me? Right? And it's important, right, when we're learning to live in channel and even to journey up into our channel, to go into the higher dimensions, that you ask for a message. Because the fact that you're seeing something, right, the purpose of higher resources is to use them, right, which heals the throat. So we have all these allies, all these invisible helpers, but are you asking, like, what do I need to know about this? Maybe you see, an emerald city with a gazebo and an androgynous being, right? That's something that I used to see quite often. I would go about here above my head and I would see beings that wanted to show me something. And they took me to this emerald city with a gazebo, with a very androgynous being. And I asked the being who it was, and it said Maitreya. And it was a very androgynous, beautiful being. And the message for me was so much about what I was doing within myself, which was balancing the male and the female energy. If you want to use your higher resources, right, ask for a message. Why am I seeing this? Because, if you just say, well, I see a butterfly in a cloud and I just see images. Okay, what do they mean? What do they mean? It's almost shocking how easy it is to journey, right? People talk about out-of-body experiences and all of that. But seriously, if you just visualize the column of light and actually take yourself up in the column of light. That's actually part of the induction process that I use in a modality that I practice called Rohan, which is a healing practice that I use to help people heal their own subconscious mind, to just practice going up into the higher realms, right? Ask your higher self to choose a location for you. In the school where I learned how to journey, right, we would often go to a mountain where Yukteswar and Yogananda would communicate. And you have to, first and foremost, let me pause this conversation. You have to feel worthy of receiving messages, help, attunements. You have to feel worthy of yourself, as you have to acknowledge and claim yourself as a multidimensional being with higher resources, so that you don't prevent yourself from experiencing potentially incredible wisdom. So that's first, right? So that's an example of where that mountaintop with Yukteswar was a place where we would begin, right? We would kind of begin there. So you can ask your higher self, can you show me a place where I can begin? Take me up to a place, right? In the case of the mountaintop, Yukteswar has, at least the way that the group I was with saw it, kind of like these machines or like these temples that you go inside of and you receive energy calibrations and attunements. And so I want to give you this tip, because you don't have to necessarily pay thousands of dollars or go to a special place to learn how to journey or receive guidance. You just have to kind of learn how to direct yourself. So you can create a space, right? Create a sacred room where you talk to your higher self and call in your higher self. You might talk to your higher self in a garden. You might intuitively ask your higher self to show you what would be the perfect place for us to have a chat, and just talk to your higher self, right? This is developing your channel, developing your confidence, your worthiness of receiving higher resources. It's simply the fact of knowing that they're there, and knowing that all you have to do is point yourself and then trusting what you see. That is really the basics of how you develop your intuition and how you receive guidance from the higher realms. So, but living in channel, right? Originally, this kind of went in another direction, but originally I wanted to talk about living in channel. So first of all, establishing the connection with my channel and channeling love to myself. Another beautiful meditation that actually just came to me yesterday morning when I was meditating was, I was meditating upon the 8th chakra. And when I look at the 8th chakra, I see rainbow light. One of the desires that is operating in me right now is to attain the rainbow light body. Whether I'll do it in this lifetime or not, I really don't know. But since it's there, maybe that's why I'm seeing rainbow light, right? But when I asked one of my friends, and he looked at his 8th chakra, he said, oh, there's rainbow light there. And so maybe it's in everybody's 8th chakra. If you put your attention on the 8th chakra, see what you see in there, right? You might see a glowing white light. You might see like a spark that opens up into a portal. But what I see is, it's like a portal that opens up and starts to pour rainbow light into me. Rainbow light. And even I'm tuning into it right now, and I feel such an incredible influx of energy. And so if you're experiencing a difficulty in your life or a difficult emotion, to tune into this chakra, the soul star, to tune into that chakra and to ask to receive that rainbow light and have it pour in through the top of your head and through every crevice of your form, and feel yourself being offered that beautiful, unconditional love that has all these different qualities. As I often talk about, unconditional love takes so many forms, but we have all of these lights, all of these rainbow lights pouring in. And if you're feeling a difficult emotion, or you're having trouble releasing maybe a blocked energy, while you're feeling that energy, if you at the same time see that portal open and just feel all of that love, and you can use golden light, you can use whatever intuitively feels somatically right for you, and just practice receiving that pouring of unconditional love that feels like an ecstatic, blissful nectar. Practice receiving the fact that no matter who you are right now, no matter what you're feeling, no matter what's going on in your life, you are so, 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 so loved. You are so loved. And to use visualization to somatically make that fact real to your body. The body needs experience, right? So that's why I'm talking about establishing the connection with the channel, using visualization to actually have the real experience. You can self-source this, because when you self-source unconditional love, then the parts of your mind that doubt the existence of God, the parts of your mind that are stuck in blame, the parts of your mind that are afraid of the energy of God, that are afraid of life, that are afraid of letting go, that are afraid of surrendering, when they actually have the real experience of love, they are more likely to come back into the present moment, back into the heart. So practice establishing your connection. Get in the tube of light, send your awareness up as far as you can go, and just practice feeling that connection. Just practice feeling that connection. That's enough. And it'll get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then practice interacting with people in your channel. And don't worry, there can be a fear that if I remain in this intense love, then I'm not safe because somebody will attack me. But what's actually true is that when you're in that channel, that you won't take things personally, that you'll have such unbelievable compassion for everyone you interact with. And if needed, you will still have the loving abilities to stand up for yourself, to be firm but loving. Like, you will still have that male quality. Within the higher self channel, the higher self has transcended the opposites. There's a balance of male and female energy. So when you're in this tube of love, you will not fail to do what's right for you, to set a proper boundary. So practice this feeling of the channel, of living in channel. Channel love to your body, channel healing energy to your body. One of the sayings that's very powerful that I learned at the school that I went to was to connect with that energy. And you can even connect with your soul, which to me, the soul and the higher self are different. But you can connect with your soul, right? Connect very acutely with the energy of your soul and say, oh, my soul, I love you. Use me, use me, use me as a channel of light, love, and healing energy. I ask you, my soul, that you send loving energy into the top of my head and into my hands now. And just feel the love and practice and practice and practice. Because the more you give yourself the real experience of love, the less you'll seek it outside yourself, the less the astral body will own you. And the more you practice grounding that channel into your human interactions, the more you will be contributing your highest self into the physical world. So that dimension of you is streaming in unobstructed and expressing out into the world, and which is the most blissful experience we could possibly have, because now all of us is all stacked up and the energy of life is unobstructed, and we are channeling the highest aspect of ourself into our physical reality, which is the maximal service that we could ever provide. So I hope I hope I made you realize, like, it's easy to connect with this. It's just, first of all, knowing that you can, realizing like, oh, there's actually a tube of light around me. Oh, all I have to do is feel my heart and put my attention on it, and poof, there it goes. Oh, I just have to send my awareness up. Oh, I have a higher self. Oh, there's all these other guides there. People find it like confusing about like, how do I talk to my guides? How do I do this? And the fact of the matter is, like, all you have to do is snap out of it and realize like that it's right there. So close your eyes and go up. And if you have, for example, the intention to connect with a particular guide, right? Maybe you felt the presence of a particular guide. Maybe you see little flashes of light around you. Ask to see them, right? And they might not have a human form, but they might take a human form so that you can comprehend them in a way that would be useful to you. But yeah, it's just realizing like how to do it. And it's like, it's right there for everyone. Nobody's like more connected than anyone else. Nobody is more helped than anyone else. You just have to understand that all that energy is there, and how what you put your attention on, you energize. So like if you start to put attention on your heart channel, not only in meditation, not only when sending love to yourself or to parts of your body that might need some extra love, but when you're interacting with others. And what will happen automatically is that will become so superior in a way, like nothing will compare to it, that like you will just be pulled up into that consciousness. It will form like a gravity that will take you into itself, because your desire of being anything less than that will just disappear. So I know this was a little bit all over the place, but I'm going to start channeling more. I'm going to start channeling different messages, different beings. That's part of, to me, like I'm an artist, and that's part of like, it's like being a musician. Like it's like playing different keys. It's like, I want to know, there's a few beings that I've met over the last few years that they keep showing up in my reality, and they say, oh, we have a really cool teaching about how we create reality, about how certain things in the universe work. And I'm just like, not only an artist, but like a scientist. And for me, like if a being has like a really interesting perspective about it, like it would be like my honor and my love to share. So while I have placed lots of emphasis so far on putting awareness on things that keep us stuck, and I will keep doing that to a certain extent, my true heart's happiness is to channel in things that are fun and expanding through joy. So that's like what's true for me, and so stay tuned for that. But I hope that this had some value for you, and I hope you have a beautiful day.